Subscribe to Film Companion for your film fix. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.
It never mattered to me. I mean, I've been offered titular roles in films where they've told me, you know, your name is the title of the film, and that's precisely all that I had. And I have not done it.
And then one night, I think Ryan dragged me to the set of Bombay Kababu. And I said, I don't want to come on a set. She doesn't like me. What am I going to do? I'm grumbling, and we sat there in the night. And I think it was the night shoot. So at about 1:30. I don't know what, we just got talking, and that was it. We spent till 5 o'clock in the morning till she finished the shoot. And then we were friends after that. After that, we were friends.
Kajol Niranjan, so lovely to have you on Film Companion. Congratulations on Devi.
Thank
it's
you.
a very
Thank you so
powerful
much.
film,
Thank
and
you.
last time I looked, 11 million views on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Like in a week. That's fantastic.
It has been quite overwhelming. I mean,
Yeah.
it has been. It's been unprecedented, this kind of numbers. And
actually,
it's
we
just
went
been
back
10
to check.
days.
We were both so shocked at it, we had to say, we have to go check. Okay, what are all the other films getting?
Yeah, we have checked that out.
How fast are they
that's true.
getting it? Are we really that good? Are we really
Yeah.
doing so
But it
well?
is exceptional. This is not par for course. This is special.
So we figured it out finally.
Then okay, we're good. So
Yeah, we're in the good space.
But listen. I have to begin by addressing the elephant in the room, which is the plagiarization accusations, right? So there is Abhishek Rai, a filmmaker, who said that this is very close to his film. I did watch 4, and there are many similarities which seem too much to be a coincidence. So how does something like this happen?
This I will.
Anupama, I would just like to say one thing. Like you said just now, both the films are on public domain.
Yeah.
People should watch and decide for themselves. It's not for me to comment on the similarities or the dissimilarities. It's a film that came to us. It's about an issue that we all feel strongly about. We saw merit in the script and we've made it. The rest is for the people to decide.
But when you say it's a film that came to you, meaning the script came
Yes.
to you, Priyanka brought the script to you?
Yes, Priyanka got us the script, and my business partner and founder of Electric Apples, Ryan, he was the one who basically got the script to us. Everything is in place. It's a registered script. It came to us in 2018 November. We put it together. We made the film. It's come out. So I have nothing else to say except that both the films are in public domain, and that's for people to decide.
And please watch it.
Please watch
No,
it.
We
absolutely.
really want
Yeah.
you to watch the film. Please go ahead and watch it. We really are waiting for your decision. Please go ahead and watch it.
But have you seen 4? Have you seen Abhishek's
I
film?
actually wouldn't like to comment any more on this, Anupama, because
Okay.
it's something that is, it's a discussion that can go on endlessly, you know. So like I said, my only point is that both the films are on public domain and they are on the same platform. Both
Yeah.
are on YouTube.
Yeah.
People should see and make
Make
up
up
their
their
minds.
own minds.
Yes.
Okay. Kajol, I think it's amazing that it's a 13-minute film with 9 characters. And you, of course, do it. It's wonderful that you do it without worrying about how do you come across or what is your space. How have you arrived at this place as an actor where footage really doesn't matter?
It never mattered to me. I mean, I've been offered titular roles in films where they've told me, you know, your name is the title of the film, and that's precisely all that I had. And I have not done it. So, I mean, I have never worried about what my footage in a film is. I have never worried about it.
You were never that person?
I was never that person. I really wasn't. And if you see my movies as well, you will understand that I was really never that person. I don't have that, I wouldn't say insecurity, but I don't have that concern as an actor to say that, oh, if my role is bigger than yours or has to be equivalent to yours in I wouldn't say yours, but I would say in relation to every other character in the film. I judge a script on what it says as a script, what it says as a role, and what my character is actually going to go about and do in the film. I think it's very important that I understand and identify with the character that I'm playing and believe in her. I think that's the most important thing. If you don't believe in the character, then yes, you will come up with, you know, inconsistencies, or if you're not 100% sure that the character that you're playing is going to be portrayed in a certain way, you will have certain, you know, concerns. And they may not be related to your co-stars, or they may be related to your co-stars as well. But I've been pretty confident about, you know, my roles and my characters and my judgment for that matter. Thanks. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee for that matter.
Acha, tell me about the shoot. You've got all these actors, and I believe that most of the cast was female. I mean, most of the crew is female as well.
Yes.
What kind of an energy was there on the shoot?
It was amazing. I
Really?
can't tell you how amazing it was. And, we had there was just this. I think it had to do with the topic that we were shooting as well, and the fact that we all did it kind of pro bono. So nobody had that the hierarchy. There was no hierarchy, which is so nice to see on a set, which is one of the few sets that I've seen that there is no, oh, you're better than me, or, oh, did she get
Who's
a
the
bigger
biggest
van?
star? Right.
Who's the bigger star?
Right.
Or does she have a chair and I don't? Or, like idiotic things really. I mean, when you look at it in a long-term point of view, but I mean, it happens on sets. It's a very natural phenomena that happens. And it was just not there. It was just not there. We all sat together. We all chilled together. We all rehearsed for everybody. Everybody sat and gave cues. Everybody.
Yeah, that's something that I mean, we right from the outset, we were very clear that this was about 9 characters. Okay. So for us, they were characters even when they came, and all of them was so loving to the film. Like she said, the film itself was so dear to everyone. Then the person who did the line production with us, Ritika Bajaj, she was a woman. The DOP was Savita Singh.
Is this by design or did
No,
just happen?
it just happened. Honestly, it just happened. We never really went about Ritika, and we were planning to collaborate. We ended up collaborating on this film, Electric Apples and Indian Storytellers. Savita was Priyanka, the writer-director, her suggestion. So she came on board like that. It just happened. And then at one point, we just looked at it and he said, oh my God, this is, except for Ryan and I, everybody else on this set is a woman. And
but I have to say that all this has come together because of Ryan and Niranjan. I mean, this film has happened because of their goodwill, because of their relationships with everybody in the film industry, because of their tenure. I would say more than tenure is 10 years now.
No. Tenure is...
Achha, theek hai.
Can we
Because of that tenure. I'm a little confused about that. But yeah, because of all the relationships that they've made throughout the time that they've been working in the film industry, and they've been working in the film industry for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's got to do with relationships as well. So, I'm saying that these 9 women have come together, or 11 women, or 13 women have come together because of these 2 people having the most amazing, and I don't know anybody. I have worked with so many people in the film industry, people that I like, people that I don't like, heard gossip, I have never heard anybody say 2 bad words about both of them. So, I mean, they really are awesome, amazing people, and we have had a blast working together.
Yeah.
How many days was it?
2 days.
Shooting was 2 days, and one day we did reading.
Right.
And Anupama, that's what I said. I mean, the film evoked so much in people. Like it's a one-room film. And even when we were shooting Access, where the other actors were not required, they were all sitting in their positions that you see them on screen.
We actually
and giving cues.
And it's a small room, it's a small set.
And
I mean, there's no there's no place to go.
Right.
There's no you can't get up and walk around and take a little walk and come back. With the lights, the camera, the DOP, with everybody, assistants, everybody is sitting over there, and everybody just sitting in this cramped room and just, working together.
Right. Which is special.
It was special. And I'm telling you, the whole process was special. To be honest, when I look back now, when me and Ryan often discuss, and I still wake up in the morning and say, my God, Ryan, we did it. I'm still in that zone where I keep saying, he for some reason had confidence in the script from the day it came.
Yeah.
And he was the one, honestly, who said that this is the cast that we should have. And I was like, are you crazy? Nobody's going to do it. No one's going to agree.
How will everybody agree? She has only 3 dialogues. How will she say yes to it?
He spoke to Kajol.
Yeah.
She came on board.
Then you said yes immediately?
Yeah.
Immediately.
Sun ke?
Yeah, because I think that it was, the script is something, I feel the topic of the script is something that I definitely believe in.
Yeah.
I loved the way that everything had been woven together. I loved the fact that each and every character had something to say. Even though it was a short script, each and every one of those characters had a very clear character.
Yeah.
They were not just random, okay, there are 3 people who are saying the same thing randomly again and again and again. So they were, each of them had something special, a point of view to be given, and it had all been woven so nicely and so crisply together that, it was just something that I was like instinctively, I was like, I want to do it. And just like, I was like, okay, who else is coming on board?
Yeah, so she said she's doing it, and I happened to speak to Shruti. And Shruti said, yeah, of course I'll do it. And then once that happened, then Neena, of course, is somebody who I absolutely adore as an actor, and she's a dear friend. So I told her that you have to do the Maushi's role. So then she recommended Rama and Sandhya to play her Maushis. Then Yashaswini came on board. Then I called up Neha. And I was so expecting Neha to say no, like, because I called her really very close to the shooting. And when I called up Neha, and she didn't even hear the script, when I told her this is what we are making and this is the kind of cast that we have and she has to play, she said, I'm doing it on the phone. So I said, I'm mailing you the script. She said, no, I'm doing it. So, it was that, people were so forthcoming about that, and the fact that they did it pro bono, that was really, really something that touched us, because we knew, this didn't have a budget, honestly.
Right.
So we had to tell them that their market prices or we couldn't even afford to pay them 50% of what they normally charge. There's no question.
I was going to say,
so I just said
don't even go near market prices.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we told them upfront that, this is whatever money we have, we are going to put it into producing it and to make it look the best that it can look. And that's what we have done. In fact, my brother did the production design, Sriram. Oh, he did the production design. He's again a man, another man on the set.
Right.
But even he's done Tanaji and he's done Bajira, and I told him, listen, you'll have to keep all of that aside. This is the budget I have, now do the best that you can in this budget. And that's what he did.
Correct.
So everybody pitched in so beautifully and
everything just came together. Sometimes
sometimes it just comes together. That's
sometimes
true.
it just all comes together, and whoever you need just lands up for you. So I think that's a lot with what happened.
Tell me, at a screening of Devi, you sort of actually advised women. You said that don't sort of work against misogyny with any sort of fanaticism, work in a sensible, practical way, because otherwise a patriarchal society will see you as hysterical or PMSing.
Will accuse you.
Will accuse you. Right.
Will accuse you, not see you. It's not a question of how they see you, but they will accuse you. Because obviously, they will want to put you down, and they will not want to accept that, that you could be right. Even if you're hysterical.
Right.
So I feel the people who have approached it like that.
But what do you mean by that? What is a practical, sensible way?
I feel that it needs to be done with, I feel that it can't be done with just like this hysteria. Like, you have a lot of them. I won't take names right now. I really don't want to. But I'm saying that you have a lot of people who are screaming and crying and throwing, going onto TV and howling and, whatever. And I feel that that's not, yes, things may have happened to them. And it's sad that this has happened to them. But I'm saying that it becomes, and there are again a whole batch of people also who are screaming and crying about, I wouldn't say trivialities, but it's not rape, or it's not as, I would say,
gruesome.
As gruesome.
Yeah.
As what, all the rest of the, like literally true survivors have faced. So I just feel that there needs to be a balance. I just feel that there needs to be a balance to how you tell your story as well. And I think if you do it from the heart, and if you do it in a more practical manner, rather than screaming and ranting and all manner whatever, and I can't say that right now, can I?
No, of course you can. It's digital. You can say anything.
So I mean, if you want to say that all men are bastards, and it just makes you sound completely, you lose your credibility as a woman, and you're not doing anything for all the women who are standing up there and saying that, listen, we've been abused, and we need a place to stand on, and this is our platform. Somewhere down the line, you're not helping any one of them.
So you have to be a voice of reason.
Yes, you have to be a voice of reason. When you're telling your story, I feel that you have to think about all the rest of the women as well who are standing up there and saying that, we need justice as well.
Niranjan, tell me, you've been writing. Your first credit was Jism 2003.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Really? That's his first credit on IMDb. Now, as a producer, you've been a leading writer for so many years now. But as a producer, what kind of art do you and Ryan want to create?
The thing, Anupama, actually, the idea of me being a producer was also Ryan's. Okay, it's not
something you want.
It's not like I didn't want it or that I am averse to it. It's not something that I ever thought about. In the sense that for me, I was doing work, creative work, writing. So I always thought that whether it was doing a chat show,
it's too much responsibility.
or it was. So I never thought of myself as a producer. And honestly, when we actually worked on Devi, was when I realized that there's so much that I have observed and learned from the best. For instance, Yash Johar, his company, I worked the back, so I've seen him as a producer. And even when it had nothing to do with me, I was watching him and I was privy to how he
was amazing.
Handled people or
he was
dealt with situations. And so all of that is that Karan is an excellent producer, and so is Apurva, and with Nikhil. These are all people who I've seen at work, even as a creative person. I guess something was just seeped into me via all those sources. So when Ryan suggested it, we had this company for many years. It's been a decade since we've had this company actually.
Really?
It's just that we didn't do anything actively because he was working in Dharma and I was doing writing, and we made one short film before this called Ma, which I wrote and directed. So all of that we did, but it was never. So he said that, listen, I think we should take this forward. And it was his dream, which I said, okay, let's do it. I'm still learning, honestly. But what we are very clear about is that it's the kind of content that we have always wanted to see. I mean, we started our careers as journalists. So when you're a journalist, your first thing is to have these opinions on why are movies being made like this, and why can't movies be like this, and why can't people do this. So we've had those conversations and grown from them and seen what are the pitfalls of even doing something like that. So we are now at a space where we know, okay, this is the kind of movies that we felt should be made. And
these are the stories that you
want
to tell.
As long as we can get close to that, that is one thing. And one more thing which Ryan and I are very clear about is that we want to give a platform to new voices. Because I think we've been saying it for far too long that we need new voices, But there's very little space for people who have not done. Like for instance, Priyanka, she's never directed before. She's never assisted anyone before. She came to us with a script. She showed the confidence that she wanted to direct. And we said, yeah, go ahead, do it. And that's something that we want to do on all levels, not just with writer-directors, but also with editors. Even the person who has done the background for Devi is someone who has not done before. He's a musician, but he's never done anything of this magnitude before. And it was brilliant because it was so smooth, Anupama. So you see, our whole idea is to get talent and give them a platform. So these are two things that we definitely want to do. The rest now we'll see as we go along, we'll figure it out.
I read that the two of you were actually not friends in the beginning. Is that true?
She hated me.
That was too long back now.
It was too long back. It was too long.
Yeah.
So when? Like long back meaning when?
Ryan was always friends with her.
Yeah.
And I used to feel that she's very brash.
When is this?
G magazine. We were working in G magazine,
So,
and she had just
like
made her
90s?
debut.
Like
This is 90s.
18 years old.
And then we broke
18?
ice also. Yeah, 19. I think
And
19.
we were shooting for I think at the time of Bazigar.
Bombay Ka Babu is when we broke ice. Before that, you're done Bazigar and
I remember trying to interview her and she would sit with the book.
Yeah.
Okay, and she would say yes. And you'd be so petrified, like what should you actually ask?
I seriously don't see you as petrified somehow.
No, also
but
it takes a while to realize that was. I mean, today she's a different person altogether. But even at that time, it took you a few meetings to actually realize that, okay, she's doing this because she just wants you not to intrude beyond the point. It has nothing to do with you personally.
The lines were very clear.
Yeah, her lines were very clear.
Yes, I remember that.
And then one night, I think Ryan dragged me to the set of Bombay Ka Babu. And I said, I don't want to come on a set. She doesn't like me. What am I going to do? And I'm grumbling, and we sat there in the night. And I think it was the night shoot. So at about 1:30. I don't know what, we just got talking, and that was it. We spent till 5 o'clock in the morning till she finished the shoot. And then we were friends after that. After that, we were friends. Then I interviewed her, and then
that's how our friendship grew on film sets.
Yeah, it was
literally.
Really.
Night shoots, film sets,
that's how we
outdoors.
made friends.
Where we had no phone to keep us busy, where we just chilled.
It was another world. No?
It was. There was no, and also the actors were not so busy because they didn't do endorsements, they didn't do events, they didn't have these red carpet things.
Yeah.
So when
they didn't have managers.
Correct. Correct.
And Anupama,
There was that one secretary, and
That's
that was
it.
it. That was it.
and they used to call us. We were in the office, and Lolo would call sometimes. Or
Correct.
Kajal would call and say, listen, I'm in that Krishna Maidan and it's God-forsaken place and I have a night shoot. So after work, can you please come so they spend some 4-5 hours with us on the
Right.
sets because we are bored.
Right.
But that's how relationships built. Because then we shared such spaces with them. We heard their stories. Sometimes we would land up
We
on the
lived
set.
our stories.
Yeah,
literally.
in the middle of in the middle of a calamity, we would land up on the set. So we were privy to it. Oh, you know, people are getting emotional about some film that they've been replaced by another heroine in.
Correct.
So all these stories we had access to firsthand.
Yeah.
So I guess
Feels unimaginable now,
Yeah,
no?
it does. It
Yeah.
does. It seems like a different world altogether.
And there were no vanity vans.
Yeah.
Let me just make that point.
Yeah, there were no vanity vans.
Like I
Makeup
say that in
rooms, yeah.
every interview because I don't think anybody understands
Yeah.
the importance of vanity vans.
True, there used to be makeup rooms, and sometimes
Yes.
you're lazy to walk all the way to the makeup room, so you're sitting on the set even
That's
when the
right.
shots are someone
That's
else's.
right. That's
But you
right.
learn so much, Anupama.
Yeah.
We learned so much about filmmaking without knowing that we are learning about filmmaking.
Yeah, because you were there.
Because we were there watching the shots and we are seeing instructions being given. It's
Yeah.
all sort of, it's like a training ground.
Yeah.
But
So we became friends. That's
yeah,
how we became friends.
that's-
Okay, and tell me finally, I have to ask, after this massive blockbuster success of Tanaji, is there any change in Ajay, though he seems to me like the kind of person who's unflappable? With success, with failure. Is that a correct assumption?
Pretty much.
है ना?
Pretty much. Failure affects him a lot more than success does. As
Really?
with everybody.
Huh.
I think it's more the disappointment in yourself, really, rather than it's just like they didn't like my film, really. So it's that. But yes, I think it takes a day or two, maybe like 3-4 days to get over it, and then of course we're back to the new project and next project, etc.
Yeah.
So he's pretty even tempered that way. Yeah.
Yeah. So no getting swayed by the hundreds of crores.
No, we haven't bought any new buildings in the near future or no, nothing like that. No jets, nothing. We're saving our carbon
They're still
footprint.
busy counting the notes.
That's right.
They'll figure it out after the notes have been counted.
Suddenly एक building खड़ी हो जाएगी. But congratulations, and congratulations on Devi again, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our
Thank you so
pleasure.
much. If you like this video,
Please like and subscribe to Film Companion.